Hey everybody, Miss Montana DeLeon here with how to have great communication, I guess, with your spouse. A lot of people come to me in email asking me questions that they have not even asked their own spouse yet. If you have a problem with your spouse, it's best that you go to them directly and ask them first before you go asking for advice from anyone else, because you may just get the answers that you're looking for. A closed mouth don't get fed, so it's very important that you talk to your spouse first about whatever problem you have. Relationship tune-up. This is what this video is about, and I'll tell you how I used to do, or how I still do, relationship tune-ups. But I started doing that relationship tune-ups when I was with Nunu, my ex, who you'll see in my older videos. A relationship tune-up is just when you ask ever so often, every month, every 3 months, every week, however often you want to ask your mate, is this something you want me to change, I need to work on? Is this something that I used to do that I don't do anymore? Something you would like me to do? You have to ask these questions for maintenance. You have to give your relationship a tune-up, and you have to do this during the duration of the relationship to make sure that your spouse is happy. Because I hear a lot of spouses saying that, oh, he used to do this and she used to do that, and they don't do it anymore, because people get complacent. Don't get complacent. Don't get comfortable. Don't start slacking up, because that's when relationship problems start and the person's eyes start wondering and looking and wondering, could I be happy elsewhere? Could I get this elsewhere? So that's what you definitely don't want to have in your relationship. So do the best you can to keep it tuned up. Keep it a well-tuned, oiled up, running machine. Keep that relationship going. Another thing too that I noticed that people do is you tell your homeboys or your homegirls all your problems about your relationship, but you don't tell your mate. How's that going to help? Like, you're in a relationship with your mate, not with your homeboys or your homegirls. Why are you telling them the problem when you need to be going to the person you have a problem with to tell them the problem, see if they can fix it, or if you guys can work something out? Communication is so important in a relationship. I promise you it is. It's so important. Also, comprehending when your spouse is communicating is super important, which means if I tell you, I don't like how selfish you are, and he's like, okay, I'll stop being that way. But in the back of his head, he's like, I don't know what you're talking about being selfish. You know what I'm saying? And it can mean anything. So he has to comprehend what you mean when you say certain things. So if you're like, I don't like what you're doing, I don't like how selfish you are, and for him to try and comprehend what you mean so he can see if he can fix it, he'll say, selfish how? What do you mean? Selfish in what way? Give him an understanding. He needs to understand. So instead of saying I don't like how selfish you are, you can just be like, I don't like how selfish you are in bed. You always get yours first. Then you roll over and go to sleep, and I'm just left there like, what about me? That's what I mean when I say you're selfish. You have to make sure when you communicate, they comprehend what you're trying to communicate to them. Make them understand what you're saying, why you're saying it, where it comes from, and then you can give them a fair chance to decide on if they are going to fix it or want to fix it. Another thing too in relationships is you can tell somebody all you want what they're doing wrong, what they need help with, what they need to improve on, and if they don't care enough about you, after you tell them this, they won't try and fix it because they just don't care. That's just the way it is. They just don't care. So you want to make sure that your mate, after he gets this important or she gets this important information, that they're doing something within their power to make sure it's fixed. So, I mean, you tell them, look, I'm going to need you to stop or start, kissing and hugging me more, which is so important. Little kisses, little hugs for no reason at all. So important in a relationship. And it calms down a lot of arguments. Hugs, kisses out in the middle of an argument really does work with me. But make sure that once you get the information of what you're doing wrong, what you need to do, what you need to do more of, how you're getting complacent and what you used to do and you need to do it again, take heed to that and do something about it. If you don't, just like you don't care, it's just like saying F you. Okay, I heard you, but I'm not fixing it, so what? Whatever. Make an effort to get it back right, or how it used to be, or how it needs to be. Care enough about your relationship because you want this to be the last one you ever have to be in. So make your next move your best move. And I'm out. I'm going to start doing a throwback video of the day, so you can look down in the description bar to see old videos that I've done you know, just to get a laugh or just see something that you missed. It could be anything, makeup, whatever. I'll just link a different video in the description bar below whenever I can remember to do it. If I forget, remind me, but this is something I want to start doing. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and all that stuff. I'll put the link down below for that, and I'll talk to you all later. Love some.